All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. On a quick recap on this truck, we've done the lift, wheels, tires, accessory fuel tank, got rid of the spare. On today's episode, we're waiting on Heavy D to get here to talk about this front bumper. Aaron's got to draw and fabricate this front bumper. We've got to install a hydro assist steering, but I've got a little bit of help other than Aaron on this. I'm going to introduce a character to the channel right now. We brought him in to collaborate. Skeeter!
Surprise!
Like a lot of these characters you're going to see me bringing in, you've probably seen before because that's my network of people that I know that work on trucks. But we brought Skeeter in to just help with some manpower.
I'll get the master fabricator set up. I set things up for them.
That's why we brought Skeeter in, just because we're short on time. We need to get this truck done by the beginning of December. Well, that's going to be quite the task because we don't even have the bed yet. So I'm going to have Skeeter rip off the front bumper, install that steering kit, while Aaron's designing the front bumper that he can fabricate later on.
Some people will probably recognize me from around the place. I helped Matt's off-road build his wrecker, worked a little bit with Hunter, worked for Heavy D. So I specialize in farmer fabrication. It's rough, but it gets the job done, I like to build big trucks. I have a 510 military truck that got me going into this whole world. Used to build 6-door trucks. Done a lot of, I'm very well-rounded when it comes to trucks. I'm going to have Aaron teach me some welding tricks. I need to get stacking dimes, I can do it. I can do structural welds, just not pretty welds.
We're trying to do this thing where I'm scratching Skeeter's back and he scratches my back and everyone just is pumped to have each other around. So enjoy the collaboration, guys. We're going to get to work.
We're headed down to pick up some more school buses, but before we go down there, we're making a quick pit stop on the way here in Salt Lake to see some old friends. A lot of these guys have worked for and with us on and off over the years. So you got Jackknife Jim, you got Cole, you got Aaron, who was a fabricator in Sparks Motors for a long time, and they decided to kind of do their own thing. They got a channel going and doing great. So we partnered up with them on some builds. We do a lot of things with these guys. In fact, Dave and Scott Haslam are my buddies. They're twins that kind of own this whole business together, Basin Upfitting, and a bunch of other businesses. And we all kind of have a pool of stuff that we just share. So you need an RV for the weekend, just go to the pool and grab it. You need a helicopter for the weekend, go to the pool and grab it. So good friends of mine. And they reached out since they recently hired Aaron, who used to work for me, to do some custom builds. And they're doing the build for me. And they need some insight on, I know it sounds kind of weird, right? Like, why is somebody else building my truck? Well, I'll tell you, our shop's busy. And Aaron's a great fabricator. And this is a great chance for them to kind of showcase what they're able to build and what they're able to do. And Basin Upfitting focuses more on utility and service and commercial style trucks. So trucks with tool beds, utility beds. So I don't know much about the project other than Dave Haslam reached out to me. He's like, hey, we want to build you a truck, a Ram, brand new Ram Rebel, and we want to make it a utility truck. And I think I might even see it right there. So we're coming down to give them some input on the bumper design, and also brought down the big mile marker winch that they're going to incorporate into the bumper. So we'll go see if they're around. Like I said, these guys are building a truck for me, which I'm seeing now for the first time, and it looks good.
Yeah,
It looks really good.
the suspension is legit.
Yeah, you
got the airbags, so
dude, you're
self-leveling.
moving way faster than I expected. I brought the winch.
Okay.
It's up monster.
Is it big?
If it's too big, then we can size down. It's the biggest one mile marker makes.
We have an idea about that.
Do a receiver,
Yeah.
take it out of the back, set it in front. The only reason why I say that is because the 360 camera and the intercooler on the front of these things is massive.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I like that actually. That's
Like the bumper. Yeah, like the bumper will get huge if we get a big winch underneath there. It looks like I was going to show you that, see what you thought about it, but
Okay. So just build a cradle for it with a receiver and just okay.
is it heavy?
It's a bitch. So we're gonna want to make it. I mean, I can do it one person, but two is gonna be better. So tell me about this truck.
All right, so what we did is we went with just a Carly kit to get the thing done faster. We were going to do something full custom, and I know you said you wanted the thing to be usable, so we went with just a Carly pin top kit. It's got 2.5-inch kings, should ride really nice. We went with a 37-inch tire.
What does the Carly kit give you for height, like 2-3 inches?
It's only 3 1/4. 3 1/4. Yep. But it does increase the wheel travel all the way around, so you'll be able to slay down some fire roads a little bit faster.
The main thing is like we know you're gonna be towing a gooseneck trailer, so
Yep.
body we got a low profile so that you could still tow a gooseneck. And then yeah, we'll cut a plate in on the body, just like a flip up plate. So
Oh, flip up gooseneck plate on the body.
yeah.
The other thing, we're gonna put 2 spares on the back of the thing, just like chase truck style vertical, but sink them down to where you don't have to open it up every time or take them off or relocate them to where they're sitting down on the bumper line.
So you're gonna put them on the back?
Mm-hmm. So they're gonna be straight up and down, 237s, electric.
Perfect, parallel with the truck?
Back wall, yep. So basically the back, what I was thinking is to have them open on electric actuators, just get in the back, and then keep the height below the height of that Knapheide body. That way you can just hook up your trailer and go. So
Flip it down this way.
go do that.
Do a
too.
workbench.
Made it like a tailgate out of them? That would be awesome.
That'd be helpful.
That would be pretty rad, actually. That's a good idea. So
You see this thing too.
just flip it down and be able to work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, we can.
And that should take up the same space, if not even less, because you don't have to worry about hinges over here.
Do you guys think there'll be enough room with like say your gooseneck or anything just to clear the trailer?
As far as overhang?
Yeah.
Yeah,
40 inches. I'd say 37, 40 inches. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make an actual like aluminum backed table. Yeah. So whenever it flips down, that'd be pretty rad. That'd look cool.
Can we put a small transfer pump on it to feed? I can get it too. So have you seen Fuel Box? They make a toolbox with a fuel tank below it. They have a small transfer pump with a computer that reads your factory tank. And once you get below half, it automatically transfers from there.
It'd be an auxiliary tank. So they have auxiliary tank, and then they have a transfer tank. Right. So well, that's just typically.
Well, this was
So you want to do both.
So it works as both because you can pull transfer tank off of here, but you can also have the auxiliary tank with it's like a small inline pump with a computer that reads your factory thing. So it just automatically feeds your truck. So if I don't need the transfer tank, I can just fill both tanks, or I just fill this one tank and this takes me on the whole trip. I like that.
Color match.
The bed?
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of two words of great.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder if they make a powder in this color.
I was kind of wondering about that myself, just because there was a couple things I personally want to powder. I want a powder tank. I know it's a damn thing, but I would like to body match color it and go black on the cradle and then green on the tank.
Sick.
And then there's a couple little things on the suspension that I was kind of like, just components on the truck.
Also the body, if we can find the right color. If we can find the paint match, then powder's way better on the body. If not, we'll just paint it.
Coat on all their bodies. Yeah. So it'll come e-coat primed, which is way better than powder. And then it just needs just an automotive.
Yeah, we'll just paint it.
At the end of the day, the old girl's aluminum, so we don't have to really worry about rust or anything from the cracks or anything like that.
I'll drop the mile marker with you guys, and then if you want to use it, great. If you want me to get something else or you want to use this, let me know and grab something different.
My first task is take the bumper off, leave the inner fender wells intact. We'll get the bumper out of the way. Then we're going to start taking the stock steering off. We're going to put the PSC hydro assist on there. And steering is very important, so you have to make sure you do everything perfect, no fudging anything. You got to follow the instructions and just take your time, make sure it's done right. Okay, you guys, we took care to be very careful taking this bumper apart. We've got the stock fog lights, the stock wiring harness, and all the proximity sensors in perfect working condition. So if they choose to use this exact same setup in the new bumper, they have the option. If not, they have all the plugs and everything to retrofit into fancier aftermarket fog lights or whatever they want. Okay, next step is Aaron wants me to pull off the stock bumper mounts, because he's going to tuck the bumper back up in tighter, so he wants the stock ones off, and then he's scanning it with the he has the diagrams of the truck, so he wants to pull these ones off, and he's going to pull some measurements.
Now that Skeeter got the bumper all off, I was looking at this, and we're not going to need this big tall section of the bumper. We're going to be able to simplify it and just bolt in essentially perpendicular to the frame through these bolt holes. So we're going to get rid of essentially this big chunk here and make the bumper look a lot cleaner.
All right, this is the stock setup for the 2024 Ram Rebel as far as the steering components go. This is your steering column right here. This goes to your steering wheel. This is an actual computer controlled steering mechanism that'll help you from drifting out of lanes and stuff, help you backing up a trailer. We're actually gonna get rid of this. And this is the stock steering box. You might notice some differences between our PSC steering box that we're going to be installing to the stock steering box. It has these hydraulic ports, so we can hook up this hydraulic ram. Bada bing, bada boom. You got some hydraulic assist steering, but you might notice that there's no way to hook this mechanism up to this. So we had to make a hard decision on getting rid of the computer assisted steering. Heavy D never did like assistance that much. This is a dig at hands. But we're gonna get rid of hands here, and we're gonna go with the new thing here, the PSC Hydro Assist steering. Heavy D's gonna be rolling down the street, one finger steering with this thing. It's awesome. Nobody likes that thing anyway.
Picasso. I drew it. Wasn't good enough. So if we're on hold tomorrow because I don't have a logo file, that's why. Picasso. Need that triangle. It has to be the right triangle. We're gonna get this right because I want to make sure.
Cole moment where Cole just says, "Hey man, we're not pumping the brakes for
A triangle.
triangle."
Be like, hey man, I like Aaron's triangle. So I've been sitting here at a computer for many hours designing front bumper. Here's factory bumper. It's boring. Comes far down over here and here. Not much ground clearance, just looks cheesy. What we came up with was, get rid of that. We're gonna bring in that part, this part. How about some Baja Designs lights? Bam, that's what we have. Basically, it's all plate construction. We're gonna have a winch receiver built into this thing. Try to make it flush mount. Still haven't drawn that in. Got a logo, picked up all the frame mounting points, made it really strong. We're gonna support that winch receiver in the back. And we got tons of room for the tires. Bring these all in. There's the frame, there's the grill. Kind of get the idea. I don't have the cab in the file right now, but I think it looks pretty sweet. So our new press brake still isn't here. We have tons of brakes to put in all this plate work on the front bumper. So we're actually gonna head over to Sparks Motors, and Diesel Dave is going to give me a hand knocking all this out. It's a lot of work, so I'm stoked to have a good pair of grizzly hands like Diesel's. All right, I'm out of here. Done.
The thing was, this is supposed to flip up so the wheel's out of the way, but every time I've transported high, but I've hit it several times, moving it back and forth here. So, come on, please fit.
I think you got some wiggle room.
Yep.
There's two things I miss about this place. Alan's funny projects and Diesel Dave. So we got both of them out of the way. Now we can bend some metal. All right, surprise, surprise. We're back here at Sparks Motors. I No, didn't think that I would be back here so soon. But we had a few bigger pieces of metal that we needed to bend for the bumper for Dave's truck. So naturally, he let us use his press brake. This press brake is super capable, super awesome. So just a lot better at bending these bigger pieces that we have for the middle of the bumper. But Diesel Dave's actually here to help us actually run the machine and just hang out.
Who let these guys in the door?
I like the cutoff.
Naggy man, I decided to dress up for you. Cole's coming. What am I, intimidating cutoff?
So here's the main structure of our front bumper.
Okay.
Basically, we're going to put 3 press brakes in this. Our press brake, the loaner machine, it's not that great, man. We got to get our new one, so we need your guys' cool machine.
Good luck.
This big old dog.
Remember how to run this, princess?
I don't know if I remember how to run this
This is
one.
all with the pedals.
It's with the pedals, and I don't know.
Yeah, and a little computer. You put in the right numbers.
We'll figure it all out real quick.
If it bends it wrong, you just type in a couple different numbers and try again.
Well, if you bend it wrong, then you're wasting the whole big piece of plate. But we'll get down with it. Let me,
Always bend twice.
all right.
Got the right. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh, I'm so nervous. That's it, man. We've reached a point of no return.
The digital bastard. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Good. Okay.
You gonna release?
I'm gonna release. I'm holding with the release. There we go.
Have you been enjoying a nice video of my buttocks? Have you, Cole? You perv. Hey, look at that. Oh, would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
You could tell that it's cool by the way that it is.
By the way that it is,
Where you got these ones going?
we'll do those ones in the shop since they're small, actually. They just came on like they fit off of here and go around, but we can do those ones on our press brakes. Huh? Nope. These ones stay flat and it
That's
comes
exactly how it is.
Yep, that's the base. Everything else comes off this.
Hold on. Paint me a picture with these. These come off right here.
Basically, yep. They get broken
That's
up.
an angle.
Boop, boop, match the headlights, come around. Then tons of plates around the front.
That's some sexiness.
Be a hitch receiver right here. Pins recessed in the side. So you put in the tube, big old hitch plate. It goes in front here. Slide it straight in and clicks in, and then you can release it with the pin and pull it out.
That's killer.
Yep, so it's flush and you don't see any hitch, and you don't have to, can't get back there to get a pin in anyway.
For the winch. Yeah.
So you quick release, that'll be cool.
You wanted us to put a winch on that would
100% that's what we wanted. We do hitches on every angle of every truck.
That winch that he brought
Yeah.
was huge. You know what else is huge? The intercooler. So there was no.
So both of them together is not enough space?
The
like-
bumper would have been out here.
Like me and Caleb next to each other on an airplane?
Yeah. That's basically
It's
it.
happened before.
In economy.
I end up like this. Yours was brown underneath, and I got brown side on this side, so samesies.
Yeah. So yeah, Diesel, I'll just get these at the shop on our press brake. Simple enough.
You
but-
guys have had a press brake this whole time?
No, I've explained this. I have explained this, Diesel. We needed your press brake. For these ones.
Had an extra pair of gloves this whole time?
Imagine our press brake is just like a press brake that doesn't press brake quite properly.
Gotcha.
It's
It's from 1980.
the early 80s.
Hey, you know what? Just let that one rest. You come use mine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're old
it's
now.
rough. So thanks for helping us, even though we
course.
do have a press brake,
Hey.
because you have a nicer press brake.
I want to just go hang out.
I know, and we want to come by and hang out too.
And this is going to be nice. And you had to show me what you're making for Dave so that you can make one for me.
This is the base of the bumper. Yeah. See?
Looks real happy.
His look does look happy. Yeah. It'll look a lot different once the lights and all that stuff are. But no, it'll be cool. We
Would you like
appreciate the help.
carried it anywhere, or is that why you brought Skeeter?
I think that's why we brought Sleeveless over here.
Oh, muscle time.
Yeah. If he needs help, he'll use his other arm, right?
All right, well, we got it done. Got the long press brakes in here. Looks good. I appreciate all your help.
You got it, bro.
Couldn't have done it
Anytime.
without you. And yeah, hopefully I can see you soon. I'll make
do
an
another
excuse
one. Yeah.
to come back down here. Appreciate it,
Do
bud.
another one. Civico needs one. Maybe.
You sitting on it?
Ooh, I hate
Quiet.
I might mess up the wrap job, man.
That's right. They messed the wrap up enough. That was the tonneau cover.
Thank you.
Bye, Annie.
Remember, I'm the first one you call.
Eddie.
And what's the status of the truck right now?
Oh, he's just finishing up. He's finishing up the ram assist. I have to draw up a couple brackets for it to mount the ram, and then we're going to be waiting for the bed, and I'm going to be building the front bumper. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So we got all the plates cut off the plasma table. This is everything for the Dodge Rebel bumper. I'm gonna start assembling everything first thing in the morning. It's day's end right now, so got everything laid out. Looks like I got all the plates here. I'll get them all cleaned up and ready to go. And we'll start fitting this thing up first thing tomorrow morning. And hopefully it looks like a pretty sweet bumper when it's done. Cool, man. Oh, that's unfortunate. Doesn't quite fit there. But that's okay. That's all right. We can take care of this. See, here in fabrication land, we don't have mistakes. We just have happy little accidents. See, this is all we have to do here. It's okay. We can just move forward. See? You can do it however you want to do it, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to make it a little bit wider. Just a happy little accident. Moving along. All right, so we're wrapped up with the bumper for the night. We're going to start up tomorrow, and we're just going to finish welding the bumper, start blending off all the welds, and DA sanding it, getting it ready for powder coat. There's a couple more little things I'm going to add on while it's on the table, but we'll jump over that when we get there. The Knapheide aluminum bed is actually now here. It just showed up a little bit earlier, and we're going to get going on that hopefully tomorrow and start building out the wheel wells and start figuring out what we're going to do with that. We have a kind of a game plan, but we're running tight on time, so we're going to see how intricate we can really get with this stuff. We got to have this thing done by the 6th, so we're probably going to speed through some of the design cues on the bed, and we'll stick to the ones that are important to us, and a couple other ones we might take them off the list. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to pick up and get the bumper wrapped up, blended, nice, done, and we're going to start looking at the bed, seeing what's going to take to get it mounted, and go over some of the custom jobs we have for the bed and hopefully get started on those.
Super pumped the way this bumper turned out. Aaron stayed late last night and finished it out. Check out the metal work on it. It's perfect. It's ready to go to powder coat. We got a space here for the Baja Designs light, and we got our winch mounts right there. Can't wait to get this on the truck. But like I said, this is a wrap for episode 2. For episode 3, we're actually going to finish the truck and give it to Dave. We're in quite a bit of a rush. It is November 28th right now, so we've got just about a week left to get this done. So we got to get this to powder coat, get the truck done. Got a lot of work ahead of us. Stay tuned for episode 3.
I like that. As we get busy doing that, please like and subscribe. It allows us to do our job, keeps us doing this. I like my job. I like doing this. I hope you like watching me do this. Yeah, go down wherever it is on this page. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you. Come on, man. Gas, you can't record that.
Want some birds? Paint some f***ing birds here. You know?
Bob Ross is a pimp.